In October 1942, Japan sent 15,000 troopers to Guadalcanal, which allowed offensive actions. While Maruyama's troops were fighting desperately on land, trying to take Henderson Field, the fourth battle between Japanese and U.S. carrier forces began several hundred miles to the northeast of the island. Mistakenly believing that Henderson Field had been taken, the Japanese fleet was approaching the islands in 3 separate groups to provide support to the ground forces. attacked by orange carrier planes at 0911. Several bomb hits, one or more torpedo hits. Now dead in water and burning somewhat. Northampton preparing to take in tow.
The Marines landed on Guadalcanal on August the 8th. Japanese positions and the airfield were continuously attacked from the air from that moment. Both sides continued to send reinforcements to the island for months. As the scale of the battle continued to grow, it became obvious that the battle for Guadalcanal would forever turn the tide of the war. The campaign involved nearly all branches of the armed forces. Aircraft carriers and other warships exchanged blows. Warplanes from both sides engaged in hour-long dogfights. Infantry fought desperate battles in the disease-ridden jungle. Even a few tanks managed to traverse the virtually impenetrable terrain and join the fray. The Americans fought tooth and nail and eventually gained the upper hand, losing nearly 7,000 men in the campaign. Japanese losses numbered nearly 31,000. Two more carrier battles that took place during the Guadalcanal campaign further exacerbated the Japanese situation. More experienced Navy pilots were irreplaceably lost. A year after Pearl Harbor, less than half of the December 7th veterans were still alive. They were being replaced with novices straight out of flight school. In a single year, Japan experienced an incredible mix of triumph and failure. Carrier-based war, started by Japan, was lost no sooner than it had begun. Even before Pearl Harbor, the US government ordered 6 new Essex-class aircraft carriers. In contrast, the Japanese had only 1 new carrier in the works. They had nothing with which to replace their losses. However, by March the 1st, 1943, Japan still occupied vast territories. The Japanese Army and Navy were working on new plans to reverse the course of the war in the Pacific. The war was not over yet.
That's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.